Well, a Maine chef is competing to be the very best. She is one of 15 contestants on the new season of Bravo's hit series, Top Chef.
Mimi Weissenborn is the executive chef of Sur Lie in Portland, Gather in Yarmouth, and the new Catface Café in Biddeford, and she is here with us now. Congratulations,
Yay.
Mimi.
Thank you so much.
This is so exciting. So first, can you tell us how you found out you even got a spot on this show? Was this on your radar, and what was your reaction to finding out about it?
This was on my radar. And I had waited quite a little bit of time. And on July 3rd actually, I got a call from their executive producer that I had got a spot on the show. So of course, naturally, we had a great July 4th celebration.
Yes.
Lost my mind a little bit. But yeah, super exciting.
Yeah. Take us through the process. Like, how do you get on the show?
It's a long process, to be quite honest with you. You of course apply, and during that process you're answering a lot of questions for them, and then post that, there's also a segment where you send in yourself a video of you cooking something for them, which I did in my own home kitchen, which is not as decked out as any of the restaurant kitchens that I have. So it felt like a little bit already an episode of of Top Chef on a very small scale. And then there was another round where I was just speaking with Bravo executives, which was also kind of hard because it was kind of like a quick fire with them all on Zoom. Like the next person asking the next question is like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I'm ready for all this.
Kind of like rapid fire. That's
incredible.
Fire.
Yeah.
So the 22nd season kicks off on Thursday. I know you can't reveal too much about what happens, but what can you just share about the experience for you?
I mean, the experience was incredible. Seeing top to bottom what goes on behind the scenes, and you guys know a little bit more because you are on TV every day, but for the average viewer at home, what goes into a show and the production of that was so cool to see behind the scenes, and really cool to see how they tie it all together. But the best people, most incredible staff, working behind the camera, in front of the camera, and of course the other contestants on there were also just incredible, and we'll be lifelong friends from here on out, which is cool.
Yeah.
I've watched the show several times. My son's really into cooking, and he got me to watch it. Did you feel any pressure? Was it fun? Was it a mixture of everything? Talk about your emotions doing that.
Yeah, a mixture of everything for sure. You go from like such a high of just getting the word that you've gotten on, right? This is, for me, it was like, oh my gosh, this is something I've watched myself, growing up, and not ever thinking truly that I would ever be on a show of this caliber myself, right? So being there and kind of realizing and having that moment of like, oh my God, I'm here too, which is so cool, I think, just to have that moment. So a lot of highs. Also a lot of just kind of grounding yourself and remembering why you're here to cook, and that's really great too, an opportunity to represent not just myself, but this great state of Maine, and so that was really humbling and exciting.
Did you, were you able to tell many people, like right at the time that you got the call?
No.
Okay. So,
No.
so you kind of keep this to yourself, go
Yeah.
through this journey, and then, I saw the news when you were finally able to share on social media.
Yeah.
Can you just talk about what the response was from your followers and, your customers, your coworkers, all of that?
Huge. I mean, I had been sitting on the information since summer. And so in my immediate close group, my parents, my siblings knew, my partner, just a small group of people knew, which was really exciting for all of us to know this. But then once everyone else was kind of welcome in on the secret, it was like, oh my God, this is huge. And just, yeah, again, it was just so exciting, and feeling the support and love from everybody. I think we all go through our day, not really sure if everything we do matters, but it felt like in that moment, kind of everything we do at the restaurant does matter, in fact.
How tough was it to keep it a secret? I mean, right?
No.
I mean,
Yeah.
you can't say anything to anybody except like those closest to you.
Yeah, so hard, right? Because especially, leading up into the time leaving, knowing in your mind, like, well, I'm going to be, at one point I was like, well, I'm not going to be here next week. It's crazy. And then to just kind of sit on all of this and not knowing how long it's going to take for them to edit, when the premiere date, we weren't given a premiere date either, so we didn't know, oh, I have an idea, this is going to be coming out on this date. So it was just completely crazy to sit on that information for that long.
You've been pretty darn busy. I mean, you go on Top Chef. You're also the executive chef of 3 restaurants. How do you do it all? I mean, or are you riding this wave and you're just like every day, like, you're loving it?
Yeah, I'm honestly just riding the wave. My mom always said, just do what you love, and do what you love and the money will follow, but less about the money, more about just doing what you love. And I think when you do what you love, and I'm extremely passionate about food, obviously, and for me the bigger picture is the community aspect too of tying in all these wonderful farmers and getting this great produce that we get. And so I think that aspect has allowed me to kind of float, if you will, in a lot of ways that I think maybe if you didn't love what you do, you'd be dragging your feet.
Yeah.
So I feel very privileged to do that.
Yeah, what do you do now?
Maybe
Right?
host some watch
Yeah.
parties, right? Are there going to be some watch parties maybe?
Yeah, host some watch parties. And I mean, I think I'm looking at myself at the next 5 years of what I would like to do. And I've kind of looked at my life at a 5-year block at a time of things I'd like to do. I would love to teach recreational cooking classes, I think, next, if I could squeeze in a little bit more time, because I love connecting with people and sharing my love of food with other people. So I think that definitely I can say off the top of my head is something maybe in the works.
You should not have to cook at your watch party.
Right,
That's the big
right.
thing.
Have it catered or something. Definitely. Oh, congratulations, and thanks for representing Maine on Top Chef. That is so cool.
Yeah, I can't wait to watch.
I'm excited.
Yeah, thank you so much.
And what are you competing for?
A huge amount of money.
Huge amount of money,
yeah.
yes. All right, well, good luck. We're excited to watch the journey
Yeah,
play out.
Huge amount that you could use, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All right.